Hello friends, today we are starting with transportation model. In transportation model, basically we can calculate the cost of transportation from one location to other location or from any plant or producer to any distribution center or wholesaler. The name of transportation model is misleading because it can be used for a variety of situations such as scheduling, production, investment, plant location, inventory control, product mix, and many others. Means in different situations, like if we want to schedule something, if we want to produce something, if we want to invest in any plant, or we want to locate anything, we can use this thing. It started in 1941 by F.L. Hitchcock and 1947 T.C. Koopmans. Now, for the assumptions in transportation model, basically, theoretically we are considering like that total quantity of item available at different sources or supply is equal to total requirement, but practically it is not possible. Second thing, it can be transported conveniently from all source to destination. Means there is no backlog, there is no production delay, there is no blockage in the area, so that it can be transported easily without any conditions of lockdown. Third, the unit of transportation cost of the item from all sources to destination is known. Will not be defining it otherwise. The transportation cost on the given route is directly proportional to number of units shipped. The objective is to minimize the total transportation cost. Now, there are some solutions like feasible solution, basic feasible solution, optimal solution. Feasible solution means we are having non-degenerative allocations. In the later point of the lecture, we will be confirming that what is non-negative allocations and what is the basic feasible solution. Basic feasible solution means if any object is containing more than m plus n minus 1 allocations, m plus n minus 1 number of rows m, number of columns n minus 1. Okay, and optimal solution means number of solutions can be any one quantity. Okay, but the final solution, the best solution is one, that is known as optimal solution. In this, whenever we are finding out the values, we are first of all calculating feasible solution, means row wise or column wise all the allocations can be non-negative or not. Second one, we are calculating basic feasible solutions, and then we will going for optimal solution. Different techniques we will be using. For non-degenerative solution means the allocations are equal to m plus n minus 1. Here anybody can ask about what is m plus n minus 1. Number of rows, number of columns minus 1. Allocation, the quantity we will be allocating in the area. Okay, and these all will be on independent position, means there will be no looping. Degenerate solution, if the total number of allocation is less than m plus n minus 1, then it is degenerate solution. Now we are talking about the question, like a dairy farm has 3 plants located in a state, plant 1, 2 and 3. And they are having distribution center 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here the demand and supply is given in million liters, and the unit cost is given in this table. Means from plant 1, 2, 3, the distribution center 1, 2, 3, 4 cost is there. Means from plant 1 to distribution center 1, the cost is 2. Likewise, all the matrix is designed. Now formulation. Now with formulation of the transportation model for given question is we need to minimize the cost. This is the objective function that will be represented by zmin is equal to 2x11. x11 means here we are taking a variable x11 for first row, first column. Likewise, x12, x13, x14, x21, 22, 23, 24. These all are the quantities for which the cost is given as in the question. Okay, now for completing this matrix we need to define the supply and demand. For the supply, here 6 million liter from plant 1, 1 from plant 2, 10 from plant 3. And as per demand, demands are from different distribution center 1, 2, 3, 4 is 7, 5, 3, 2 respectively. Here we will be totaling it 17 as the supply and 17 as the demand. Hence it is a balanced problem. If it is not balanced one, then we will be elaborating in the next lecture how we can balance this problem. Okay, likewise the cost is given for these points. That cost is multiplied by this quantity 2x11. This is the cost plus cost and multiply the quantity. It will give actual quantity. Okay, and in the question it is mentioned you need to take 100 of it, means 100 rupees or 100 is taken as common, otherwise the cost is 200, 300, 1100, 700. In the last of the calculation we will be multiplying with the 100, we will get normal result. Okay, as per the supply, total supply and the total demand, x11 plus x12 plus x13 plus x14 is equal to 6. If you are doing these by step with me, then you can write these equations also, or later on you can download the video and do the things. Wherever you are not clearing the things, you can pause the video and take a note. Okay, as per demand, this x11 plus x21 plus x31 equals to 7. Likewise you can do over here. Okay, after this, when we are taking the second table, in the second table the calculation will be going for the rupees only, means for the transportation cost. Transportation cost need to be minimized. The earlier we discussed about zmin, this is the final quantity and this quantity will be allocated on this cost, Okay, here the supply is 6, it is million liter, we are taking the values. This is the final table which we need to solve. Okay, there are several methods to find out basic feasible solution. First is north-west corner method, second is row minima method, third is column minima method, fourth is least cost method, fifth is Vogel's approximation method. These all are method to find out initial basic feasible solution. Okay, in today's lecture we will cover these four. In the next lecture we will cover Vogel's approximation method, and we will share link in this lecture also. Okay, now with the first method, for the basic feasible solution, with the first method we are taking northwest corner method or northwest corner rule as mentioned over there. Okay, this is already given, that's why we plotted earlier. Okay, no need to waste the time. Here for the northwest corner method we are just plotting the directions. I am taking north on this side, west on this side. Northwest stands for upper side and left side, means upper left corner. Upper left corner is which one? 2. Good. This is 2. Okay. And here the supply is 6. For plant we are taking P. From plant 1 supply is 6. And for DC, distribution center 1, demand is 7. But any person or any productor or any producer can give only the product he is having with them. Okay, and the maximum product he can sell is, plant 1 can sell is 6. Rather, demand means demand will be pending over there. Demand will be pending over there as quantity 1. From here we finalize its demand and we are taking 6 as the value. 6 as the value. Okay. Likewise, when we are going for satisfaction, means here this row is completed. We need to struck off that so that confusion will not be there. Now the upper left corner is element 1. Here supply is 1, demand is 1. Supply 1, demand 1. 1 will be satisfied over here. From here it is 0. From here it is 0. But we are subtracting, nothing else we are doing. Now the column element is satisfied. The upper left corner is now this one. But both are satisfied. Row 2 is also satisfied as now supply is 0. If demand is 0 or supply is 0, okay, then we need to make a struck off there. Means if supply is 0, then we need to struck off the row. If demand is 0, then we need to struck off column. Now the upper left corner is 8. Here demand is 5. Supply is 10. Only 5 will be allocated. Here demand is 3. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 and 2 pending. If you want to self cross check, if you want to cross check it, then all the supply and demand satisfied with 0 0 0 0 0, then you can take a sum of allocations 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2. If by chance you had any mistake, then these allocations will not be equal to total supply or demand. Okay, for calculation part, for calculation of it, we can have the previous equation as 2x11 plus 3x12 plus 11x13. If you didn't rewind that, you can pause over here and rewind. Okay, I am taking just directly 2 into x11. Here the quantity is 6, rest quantity is 0. Here the quantity is 1 and cost is 1. Here cost is 8 and quantity is 5. This is the allocations. Taking a quick of it, it comes out to be 116, and as mentioned means we are taking 100 as common. Here we are multiplying with the 100. The total cost of the project is this much. Okay, if anybody have any doubt, you can pause or you can raise the comments. No issue, you can raise the comment. I'm sharing the WhatsApp number. Okay, now next is row minima method. Just what we did, we just made the table, nothing else we did. Okay, now row minima means you need to take first row and minimum element. Minimum element in the first row is 2. Here 6, 7. Now we are giving 6. 0, 1 pending. Row struck off. Okay, now row minima 0. Here supply is 1, demand is 5. We can satisfy the supply only. It means struck off the row. Now minima is 5. Here demand is 1. Now only 9 is left. Now minimum is 8 and demand is 4. When we are subtracting 4 from the 9, we will get 5 over here. Now minimum is 2. All supply, all demand satisfied. Okay, the cost. One thing more, here we had in the previous area discussion about degenerate solution. Degenerate solution, in that we add m plus n minus 1 if the allocations are less than this, m plus n minus 1, then it is degenerate solution. Here the rows are 3, columns are 4, minus 1, total allocation need to be 6. First allocation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total allocations are equal to m plus n minus 1. Hence it is non-degenerate solution. Okay, non-degenerate solution. If the solution is degenerate, then it needs to allocation need to be less than m plus n minus 1. Okay, now for the calculation of the cost, same 2 into 6 plus 0 into 1 plus 5 1 8 4 15 3 9 2 12 0 5 32 45 18. Here 112 multiply by 100. This is the total cost of the project. Value can be same and value can be different. Okay, value can be same but value can be different for different methods. Okay, now we discuss two methods. For the third method, it is column minima method. In column minima method, we need to do calculation on the basis of column itself. Okay, means in the first column here the minimum value is 1, here it is 0, like that. Okay, here the supply is 1, column 1, element 1, supply is 1, demand is 7. We need to struck off this. Likewise, now in the first column still 2 and 5 is over there. if you are making table with that, you will not be confusing. The minimum element is 0. Okay, the minimum element in the first column we need to check. It is 1. We are comparing 1, 2 and 5 element. Okay, it is 1. Now when we struck off the row 2, then 2 is minimum. Now demand and supply both are 6, 6. Now struck of the column. Okay, again 3, 8, but here the supply is also 0. Now only 8 is there, demand is 5, it is 0. Now the first element in this is 3, pending 2 is there, here 2, pending 0, 0 both sides. Okay, again you can find out the way. The number of allocations in this is less than m plus n minus 1. It is degenerate solution. How we will be solving it, we will discuss in next lectures. Okay, you can clearly calculate the cost. We are calculating directly 12 plus 1 plus 40 plus 45 plus 18. No need to elaborate again. Here we are taking an example of it. Just add over there, add as 116 into 100. This is the cost of the project. Last is least cost method. In the least cost method, the minimum value from complete matrix, here it is 0. I am taking quick of it. Okay, like this. Now minimum value is 2. From 6, 7, yes, 6 will be there. Now minimum is 5, 1 is there. Now minimum is 8, only 4 is pending. Now minimum is 9, 3 is pending. Now only element this much is left, 3, 0, 0. All satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 allocations are equal to m plus n minus 1. This is non-degenerate solution. Now the value is 6 into 2, 12 plus 0 plus 5 plus 32 plus 45 plus 18. In this way, just I am taking quick example. Here it is 30, 30 plus 50, 80, 80 plus 8 is 11200 with the multiplier of 100. This is the cost of project. Here is the cost of project. If you have any doubt, you can raise the question in WhatsApp or you can comment on the video. Please do subscribe and like the videos. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.